the good doctor.
He's a good doctor.
Or is she?
Oh, you just blew my mind with a gender flip.
But you knew who it...
Yeah, I know who it. I don't want to spoil it for people. I guess Rutskarn's already past this point, but...
Yeah.
Also,
I saw it coming like halfway through this mission.
Okay, so we all know who the Crown Killer is.
Yes. I was surprised that they blew this mystery so fast.
Are we in the episode now, or are we waiting?
I don't know. Hi everyone, welcome to another week of Dishonored 2. We are continuing our long and storied tradition of professionalism here. I am slowly sliding off of this lamp.
Whenever I watch you like use the jumping powers and getting around the level, it completely blows my mind. Keep in mind that I have never thought of this level as anything but like two-dimensional.
Looks like they're doing maintenance on the carriage relay again. Should we check it out?
I mean, occasionally
you're just
climb
not
up
digging
somewhere.
deep enough because there's more to this building than just a two-dimensional.
Alright.
I don't know where it's going.
You're actually... I think you were trying to be annoying, but you are actually completely correct.
Yeah, there's definitely something going
Yeah,
on.
so,
Last night, I'm sure of that.
there's this whole area up here. You can just kind of get to immediately. And hey, we're
this is
through
causing
the...
me
I think there's a
physical
wall of
agony.
light down there.
Do you know how many minutes of gameplay you just passed through? You just passed about like 25 minutes of like slowly knocking out those guards so I can get inside here.
What have we
I never got to
here?
see that happen because I was hiding behind a
The
box.
map of Addermire. Let me at the Crown Killer. Go to Dr. Hypatia's office. Dr. Alexandria Hypatia. Alright.
And my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks. His skin is so pale. He's gray. I could bring them here.
I am very sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
This is, you know, just in case you thought there would be any, you know, nice guards in this game.
This is one of the most Dishonored 1 feeling levels, I feel. There's lots of hanging chandeliers, lots of light walls, lots of angry guards. The game starts mixing up gameplay very quickly after this and doesn't really stick with... Oh, wow. That was
Lock her up. Okay, punches her in the head and leaves her right in front of his commanding officer.
Ragdoll.
Like, what the
Is
fuck?
that supposed to be like that?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
He's like, whatever. I gotta find another place to sit now. I think I actually.
So,
wanna
like,
get
what
some
I
stuff
did is
here,
I thought
actually.
that the person in trouble was the guard because I didn't telescope in, and I thought they were gonna get electrocuted because of the device. So I was like running, and I like took the thing out right away, and then when I saw I didn't get the achievement afterwards for saving the person, because I thought they were gonna get an electric chair, then I was like, oh, hold on a sec, and just seeing that now just, yep, I
This guy's
read
gonna.
that situation wrong.
God damn it, Josh. Yes, he's dead. He is dead as hell.
Stabbed him with your sword, Josh.
I mean, he didn't die from that.
He died from the fall.
No,
These guys see me.
They do.
I mean, they're trying to shoot you and they're throwing rocks. I think they see you.
Oh, ow. Alright.
It actually really
Wait, I need
cracks
to.
Oh, not that
he's
way.
dead. Josh
Just
cannot
wanted
shake
to-
his 3
How did
margarita
this go so wrong so
Dishonored
fast?
2 session preparation ritual.
I know you're here somewhere, you hiding coward.
So I was feeling really jealous
fuck.
about how easy
Shit,
this was
God
without
damn it.
powers. How easy this was with powers. I'm no longer jealous.
Oh, that's nice. Was there
You
actually
lead a
anything I needed
complicated
in
life
here at
when you
all?
deal with powers like this.
I feel like I'm watching like a celebrity and like seeing that they're made
Oh,
like
that's
take
a
away
cool
laundry.
death
And I'm like,
animation.
oh man, they don't have to do laundry. That's so sweet. And then I see them like completely not know how to use a vending machine. I'm like, actually, I think I have it pretty good.
Alright, I wanted to mulligan that a little bit. So let's just... feel like there was something that I needed back here, but, well, we'll deal with that when we get to it, I guess. Whoa. Oh, that was also... I'm just gonna...
Wow.
Yeah, let's alright, that's two. That's two attempts.
That was just, you know, that was just a warm-up, you know, checking to see if my fingers are a little bit,
Oh, this will be edited out of the
slippery.
video anyway.
Fucking... Oh.
Oh.
How did I get up there before? Alright, here we go. Alright.
You're not waiting for the magic to regen.
Oh no, I'll have to use some of these things that I have an infinite number of.
You do not have an infinite number of those.
I love how people wince when they're hit with a dart, but also don't react to it.
How many... What does my rune situation look like right now? Can I get dark vision?
I just imagine like a guard walking around just thinking about the bear pits or whatever, and just like a dart whizzes out, and for a moment they look down at their brow furrows and their lips purse, and their eyes kind of narrow, and they look like they're about to make kind of a stoner observation, and then a moment passes, and then another moment, and then they raise an index finger, and then they collapse.
Well, that's why I thought there was something over there that I wanted. It's because there's a bone charm. Whoa. I think I found the body.
You are not taking care of things very well.
Well, that's alright. Body's found doesn't really matter.
What's this, Jacob? You're napping on the job again with a dart in your neck? I thought you were going to that program.
I've got to get over one of the other districts. Horrible.
Alright, what else
Yeah,
we got
the crown killer
here?
body
We
is
got
that away.
Some of this shit. That's...
So here's a surprise. They set up the crown killer in like the opening monologue, and all conventions of gameplay storytelling, video game storytelling, dictate that the crown killer should not become an actual thing until like the very end, as like a kind of mini boss before the final boss. No, the crown killer is dealt with like right here now. You learn their identity, the story's resolved. It actually feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's a little cliche to me.
Oh yeah?
You know, the whole like the whole like experimentation gone wrong type thing, and then you have to like subdue the like raging monster, and they're not so like to me that it doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything.
It would have been interesting to see somebody who had an ideological reason for being like the crown killer. Like that would have been fun to see somebody who had like ideas that were responsible for them being this monster.
Crown killers,
but
yeah.
I get why they did it this way. I actually think the reason they decided to go this route was so that they had a good non-lethal option. By the way, this game, making progress on Dishonored 1, there's like 4 whole missions before you have a fate worse than death as one of your non-lethal options.
What is this?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but I still don't know. He kind of deserved it.
Oh sure, I mean, he's a terrible person, but
I mean, unlike the first game, where some of the people that got bad non-lethal deaths
it's
weren't
like what
as
have they
bad.
actually done?
Like, yeah, they supported the evil regime, but it was just sort of like passive support as part of the aristocracy. Whereas the guy that gets a bad death here, or a bad non-death here, is a pretty established bad guy across the board.
Well, I mean, we might as well just say he's a character. He has a personality and ideology, and he's interesting, unlike nearly all of the villains in Dishonored 1.
True.
Yeah, can I just say, okay, so I'm like, maybe, I'm gonna guess I'm like 30-40% of the way through the game.
A little bit more than that, but yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine with me. I'm digging it. I think that I agree with Chris's assessment. This game is in every way better than Dishonored 1. Dishonored 1,
Yeah.
my main problem with it was the writing and the characters just did not do a good job of engaging me. This game is engaging me on a pulp level, and it's doing a good job of it. So, and that's not easy to do. So yeah, it has a story that is sufficient to carry the weight of its gameplay, its environments, and its world building.
What is this guy even talking about? He couldn't have seen me from where he was.
You remove the power cord, and you can't get all the way up to the.
Why the fuck did we put it up there again? Oh, it's so nobody can sneak up and yank it out off the ground floor. Who would get past the guards? I don't know, somebody who could teleport up there? But could they just go with it? It's fine.
Alright, we need you to turn around.
Nobody there.
So this is our
like the
first.
idea that-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I like the idea that the Crown Killer is the only person who can get up here, so every time, like, they need to change out the whale oil, they just need to awkwardly ask the Crown Killer to do it.
I wonder maybe if I can get...
Like a stocking without a leg? That's what? Nothing. Worse than
That's a really good observation from that guard.
I can't stand my own stench.
Especially that one.
Honestly, I just really like hearing, like,
I need to pee.
existential woes from guards.
Damn it! I need to pee. Spoken that angrily is the best guard bark I've ever heard.
Wonder if the rumors are true about the Crown Killer.
Where is this rune?
What we're in?
Oh, it's in the basement.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Do you still have the heart in no powers mode?
I close my
You do.
water before coming out.
Okay, so you at least have the ability to, like, look for stuff.
You do, yes.
Okay.
It's honestly, it's barely worth, like, really tracking down all the runes, though, with no powers, because a lot of them are really just kind of a pain in the ass to get.
The dogs, but I'm not allowed to go to the kennels anymore.
And I mean, you know, all the runes give you is more money, and especially when you're playing on non-lethal, it's like, I can't even spend all the money I got, so why bother?
Can you use charms as a non-magic user?
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week. You can use charms, you cannot craft new ones.
It'd all be worse without a job.
Got it.
Also, I'm assuming they just take out the charms that involve powers. If there are any. I haven't found any charms that
the
involve
chefs.
powers, let me put it that way.
They're
It's not.
cutting the...
There's some fucking,
No?
like, river crust shit on the second story, I think.
Oh, no.
Oh, hey, there's a way in from here.
I knew
about
that, because I had to use it.
This is
Like-
where they developed the blue stuff that we use to regenerate mana.
It's 100% ground fish penises.
Wait, do fish have penises?
Let me answer that question with a question. Have you ever had Addermeyer solution?
I mean, in the world of Dishonored, I guess. Yes.
Then yes.
We should probably knock these people out.
What are you
I don't
implying?
remember. Are these people hostile? Maybe they're not.
No, they work here. They're just the workers.
No, but they're not
like
guards.
They shout if they see you.
You can go out the window here and go down to the docks and knock everybody out, which is, I think, where you have to leave the game.
That's the
Leave the level.
Okay, so
yeah.
also through the kitchen, there's like, through that door there, there's like a guard post, but there's also a balcony upstairs where you might be able to jump up and surprise a guard from behind.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
This entire room sucked when trying to play through non-lethally.
It really sucks. Not
This
leaving
is where
the powers.
Domino comes in.
Sorry, I don't mean to like keep doing that like, oh man, this was much harder this way. Like, cause I don't like want to be that guy.
Mr. Hardcore Man. Okay,
Yeah.
there is a guard up here somewhere, but I don't know where.
Dark vision.
Where is he?
Dark vision?
But this is an example of a situation where, like, the rune in the middle...
Oh, there he is.
Actually, I bet it was equally difficult for you. Like, there's really no good way to get that rune in the middle without using lethal force or being seen unless you draw everybody away with, like, a bolt or something.
That is what I tried to do. I tried very hard to use every sort of noise-making ability that I could find. And it was only semi-successful.
Maybe everybody already knows
How many of these guys are there?
But I discovered an non-lethal strat. There's 3. Well, there's 4, and then there's one guy that goes kind of around the outside, who I did manage to knock out, and they didn't really notice. So I did learn one sort of pro strat, which you guys probably already know. Like, this is probably a thing that people just generally are aware of, but if you, like, bean somebody with a glass, it stuns them for a second, and you can get the non-lethal, like, interrupt.
Yeah, people in the comments were talking about in combat you can slide into people, and that also allows you to do the grab
I did discover that.
I was not aware of, actually, so...
I didn't know that either, yeah.
I can't pull that off. So I'm... Honestly, I'm not being very smart about this. The game doesn't run super well on my system, but I don't want to turn the graphics down because they're so pretty. So I think I get slightly below 30 FPS, and sometimes combat's a little dicey. Which is alright, because I don't get into it very
Just want to make sure you're having a nice sleep. Got the 2 guards playing dice over there. We've got some stuff over here. Let's go all the way upstairs to Hypatia's office.
So, you can just climb the tower and skip all of this. You know that, right?
Huh.
What,
so
you mean
you
the
can
outside
get all
of
the
it?
way to the top and just fall down the elevator and take the elevator up to 4.
Wow. Huh.
I mean, I could, but this is more fun.
Well, and you have to go back
this,
down.
I'm really glad I've got a head start on you.
Alright, that's a rune. Do I have 1 rune? Okay.
So for reference, I just reached the academy, and Steam is telling me I have played 49 hours of Dishonored? Holy shit.
Holy
What
shit.
the fuck?
That can't be right. Maybe somebody else like in my family is playing it, or I left it on. Oh no, you know what it is? No, I'll tell you what it is. So when I work at home for my day job, and when I have a break, I play it for like 15 minutes at a time. When I have my like California 15-minute break, that's what it is. I leave it on in the background, so that's why I have so many hours. I was really confused.
What's a California 15-minute break?
California labor law technically like mandates like 15 minutes every 2 hours or something. I don't know if maybe that's national.
I doubt that very much.
Running out of breath reduces mana before health. That's kind of lame.
Oh no, actually,
Wait,
I'm
what?
misquoting it. Which is just as well because I actually don't take. I always forget breaks.
Oh, I would have some stern words for you if I were your boss in that case, because we also run by California rules, and
you could get in trouble if
people
employees
who don't take
breaks.
their breaks get in trouble, basically. Like, not like big trouble, but it's like, hey, you need to actually like take this fucking thing. This is for you. Like, this is specifically so that we don't exploit you in any way. And you are mandated to take this. This isn't like you're not being like generous by not taking it or something like that.
Apparently, apparently in California you're entitled to 10 minutes for every 4 hours you work. I think certain companies like have more generous like allowances though.
It's funny to think about it. She could be reading the letter right now.
He's fine.
His wife will never know.
He had brain damage already.
When I worked at Home Depot, I remember... I really ought to look this up to be more specific. Anyway, actually, never mind. Why am I getting sidetracked talking about working at Home Depot?
Yeah, what are you doing exactly?
It's been a long day. I'm really fried.
I want to see where this goes. There could be something to this.
Home Depot... See, the thing about Home Depot is, like, their company policy is that you have to always help a customer if they ask you to help them. Like, you can get fired for not doing that at any time for just about any reason, which is, in theory, good, but in practice, most of the time you're not actually able to help this person. So what you have to do is, help them find someone who can help them, even when that person doesn't exist. So basically, you need to wander around until the customer gives up, which could take a long time. I worked in the garden center in the middle of the summer. During, like, which is... A, the busiest season for the garden center, and B, summer in California, outside in the sun, with no shade or air conditioning. So basically, like, every time, like, the mandated, like, 15 minutes every 2 hours at Home Depot break came along, I just had to go and, like, drink like a camel. And just, like, prolong my death for another 2 hours. And that was my experience playing in a survival game.